All right, I am live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I'm here to do a reading for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which means this could be for anyone because we all have everything in our chart. It suddenly occurred to me the other day, like, why not? Um, it's my intention. There's something in here for everyone. So, um, take what resonates, leave the rest, and also know that my readings are timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. It is Monday. It's lawn mowing, yard work day, landscaping day where I live. So apologies for any of the sounds. And I'm a little bit congested because we have had crazy bad. I live in fire country and we have had such bad air and it's really getting to me. So okay, so I have chosen three cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and then I'll clarify with some other cards, some other decks. And I've let the universe choose a song, and my connection is unstable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my terrible Wi-Fi. Bear with me on on many counts today. um, yeah. So the title of your song is "What the Funk." What the funk? What the funk, air signs? um, yeah, all of your cards are in protection. Um, we start with higher power, which is about being caught up in some kind of just some kind of thinking that doesn't really serve you. Worry, anxiety, fear, anger, resentment, like it just could be any number of things. And this card is calling you to come back to your understanding. Hey, Darlene Lisa, good morning. Come back to yourself, to that place where you know that everything's going to work out. Um, trust trust in your higher power that everything's happening for a reason and you are being led somewhere. um, don't let your thoughts get the best of you, because that can end up being a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then we have flexible, which it's about being a little too rigid in your thinking. It's about, this idea of needing to be right versus wanting to be happy. That maybe there's some kind of compromise that you might need to make, somewhere where you can meet someone more in the middle. And it probably has to do with this fear that you have, this anxiety, this something that you're feeling is causing you to go into this mode of like self-protection almost, of like, typically when we go into a place of needing to be in control, being hyper rigid about something, it's because we're trying to protect ourselves. We're trying to protect something. And then we have the Y card. And it's all about having some kind of ulterior motive for for what you want, what you think you want. You may or may not know what this is, and it's really important to get clear on your why for doing something. Why do you actually want a thing to turn out? Why does something need to be a certain way? Is that really going to help? Maybe somebody has something to bring to the table that would give you some kind of boost, some kind of clarity that you wouldn't have otherwise. So let's just, kicked my kitty. Let's just clarify, start clarifying. I'm going to go with the good tarot to begin. What does the good tarot have to say? Queen of Fire. Yeah, she's all about creative collaboration, bringing people in, being very passionate, and knowing what she wants, and sharing that vision, sharing that passion. Thing about her is she's she is open to other people's input. She is willing to compromise, to see, to meet people halfway and know that, different people have different things to bring to to an idea, to a vision. Um and it's about being very bold, being willing to stand up for what you want, but also being flexible within that. And two of air. Yeah, this card's about a stalemate, about um, needing to find balance. This is particularly around a person, or a group of people where people have different ideas, and you're all coming to the table and you're like, well, this is what I think. Well, this is what I think. And no one's like taking the time to really try on the other person's perspective. Uh, oh, hello. Yes. there's your there's your confirmation. It's time to become more flexible and open to what other people uh, have to say about something. And Ace of Air. Yeah, this is about some kind of new beginning. And it's a it's something that's going to lead to it's gaining clarity and being able to move forward triumphantly, victoriously. I feel like this is speaking to you getting clear on where you might have had ulterior motives around something happening, and realizing that in order to get where you want to go, you have to just start being truthful with yourself. There's something else with this card. This card has been coming up a lot more recently, and I am gonna look in my book. Destiny and fate, the law of karma, powerful forces of transformation at work, and synchronicity, things lining up in a very magical way, perfect for what you need, for what you want. And I think that comes from starting to be more fluid in your thinking, in your willingness to meet people more halfway. Okay. So let's look at the Oracle Tarot. Hope this is making sense so far. If this resonates, let me know. Leave me a comment. We have justice, making honorable choices. Making honorable choices means you are taking into consideration everybody's feelings, everybody's needs, finding the balance in a situation, in a connection. Unexpected revelation. Okay, there's some kind of, this is a card of heartbreak. It's a card of pain, potential loss. This could be a part of what you're dealing with, which is what's got you all up in your head. and thinking things that aren't necessarily good for you, that aren't working in your favor, that are it's keeping you rigid because you're trying to protect yourself. Because yeah, you're at some kind of standoff with someone, and it's painful. And I think the only way to get through this is to release your grip on needing to be right. Yes, as painful it is, the other person has some kind of perspective that you don't see. What else? This reading just gets more, I don't know, weird and complicated. I really hope it's making sense. And then the high priestess, feminine influence and inner guidance. Yeah. Yeah, tapping in. Like I was saying, gaining that clarity about why you actually want something to happen in a certain way, why you want something to work out in a certain way. Using your powers of intuition, of tapping into your higher power through your intuition to move forward. There's some kind of new beginning that this whole situation is bringing you to. That's there's some kind of lesson in this that's going to put you on the right track. And it's you need to go within to learn that lesson about finding balance, about being more flexible, meeting someone halfway. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going with the wisdom of Avalon right now. we have we have the wasp, anger, retaliation, and jealousy. Yeah, something's going down in your world. Something uncomfortable, not very pleasant. People needing to hold on to being right. There's, when we're in pain, when we feel attacked, yeah, we go into that mode, and it's like there's a need to step back, to go within, to do some healing. The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. Nourishment, that's part of the healing. it's understanding where you need to start caring for yourself, putting yourself first, where where that part of you that's feeling the fear, that's feeling defensive in some way, it's you needing to take the reins and to calm that part of yourself down, nurture yourself, nourish yourself. And the asking and the receiving part, be open to asking somebody what they think, what they need, even if that's really hard. You can't get past the stalemate if you don't ask and then be willing to receive the answer. And you could also, it could be about asking for assistance. Like, I need help seeing this situation. I don't know. There's something about just being more open to another perspective. And the queen, it's about friendships, woman, fertility. There's a bunch of stuff here, but it feminine power lands on feminine influence. And the whole feminine energy, regardless of your gender, we all have feminine and masculine within us. And this is really speaking to getting into that place of being more in your feminine. Hey, the dragons. Yeah, the kitties are getting crazy. Well, we'll see. um just got here, but this is definitely for someone else in your viewers, but I just enjoy the vibes here. Yay. Yeah, there's a need to be open to allowing, to receiving, the asking and the receiving part again. Because when you're in your masculine power, it's all about doing. It's all about moving forward and standing in your authority, being in control. It's more of a laser focus, whereas the feminine influence is much more um allowing, inviting. The feminine influence is much more about meeting people in the middle, rather than needing to kind of be like, no, my way or the highway. So I'm gonna go with the Osho Zen. I haven't I haven't had time to go to this deck. There's been lots of explaining. And yeah, so I'm gonna go with this deck. What does this have to say? Sharing. Yeah, again, this is the queen of queen of fire. That's right. Same card. It's about sharing your resources, your light, sharing your light, being open, drawing people in through just, yeah, I keep saying the same thing, but through allowing. Stress. Oh my goodness, yes. This card is all about um self-inflicted stress. There's somehow you're thinking that you need to keep all the stuff up in the air. And this is the universe, this monkey right here. This is the universe being like, you you can drop everything right now, or I'm going to pop the bubble and everything's going to drop anyway. Yes, I have lots of water. Yeah, Scorpio rising, Cancer moon, among other things. But yeah, stress. And the self-inflicted stress comes from the need to be right. The need to think. It's thinking that you have all the answers. That you need to make something happen, and it's like it's needing to drop that idea, drop that belief. And fighting. Oh my goodness. What is going on? We've got fighting, we've got anger, jealousy, retaliation, stalemate, uncertainty, just uh, heartbreak, unexpected revelation. With this card, when you have your armor on and your fists up, there's no room for compromise. Excuse me. My nose is running. It's and we see these figures in the clouds fighting each other, and it's sort of like in the clouds. It represents the mind, and it's this idea of needing to be right, butting heads, rather than being open to what each person's perspective. Everybody has a truth in this situation. Everybody is right to some extent or another in this situation, and it's needing to open up to that. Okay, so I'm going to go with the Spirit Animal Oracle. Let's see what it has to say. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough when you can't see eye to eye, when you have issues with somebody. And, you can feel like someone's treating you unjustly or feel slighted in some way, feel victimized. But it's kind of a reminder to that it's kind of a reflection of what's going on with you, within you. Okay. So then we have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Yeah, it's time to transform the situation through being open to sharing and allowing others to share with you. And we have wasp spirit again. What? Wow. Sometimes life stings. Yes, it does. It's no fun. Don't don't like that. But it all comes down to you. You can choose to take the lesson from it, choose to be happy versus being right. And flamingo spirit, embrace the in between. Yeah, there's a need to come out of this to get into a place of calm again. And maybe that's where you're at right now is you're like, well, I really want maybe there's a part of you that wants to see the other viewpoint, but there's a conflict there within yourself. And just embrace that it takes a little time to get to that point. Transformation. The transformation is an in between kind of thing. It doesn't usually happen overnight. So anyway, I'm gonna call that good. She's a little shorter than usual, but oh, I just saw a frog spirit clear out the clutter. Clear out the emotional clutter, the inner clutter, something some kind of false thinking, something that's holding you back, some kind of ulterior motive, something. Clear it out. Let yourself get to that point of just being happy. That's what it comes down to ultimately. All right, there's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.